good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, whatever time you happen to be seeing this video. Welcome back, you guys. It's Dorcius, and it's time for another art recap. Sorry for this one being super late. It was actually took last weekend off as it was my anniversary with my fiance Zoe, so we spent the weekend together and I just kind of chilled, didn't do much. This weekend almost turned into the exact same thing where I just kind of was tired. So, sorry about that. I have actually been doing a lot of art in the meantime, so good thing we're back with another art recap because we got a lot of stuff to cover. So without further ado, let's take a look, and hopefully with the new zoomed in camera, you guys can see this a little bit easier because, you know, camera settings are awesome. So last time we actually finished with Lady Urbosa up in the top left corner. Then 3 days later, on the 6th, I decided to just pull two more out of the hat here. That is to say, I just pulled these ones out of my imagination, which I think is really good practice for me, especially getting more of the one like over here on the right-hand side, more of a semi-realistic face instead of just like super cartoony or anything. So these ones turned out good, and using the blue pencil. I really love the light blue pencil for doing my drawings. Then also on the 6th, I just went for a little bit more inking. Speaking of, going to be doing Inktober this year. And my cat's meowing at me. Say hi, Darwin. We're doing art. And so you're gonna see a lot more ink from me in the coming months as we try out Inktober. And in the top left here, we have Sammy from Advance Wars, which is one of my favorite all-time Game Boy Advance games. If you guys haven't played that, you should. Or if you're looking for a more modern take, like check out Tiny Metal. But either way, I did her kind of just lounging over the Advance Wars Game Boy Advance cartridge. And then below that, just went with another sketch, tried to do a little something different on the shape of the face. At first I didn't really like it because it's like I moved like her eyes and eyebrows way too high up, but you know, it happens, it works. Then over here, the following day on the 7th, started actually with this one on the top left here. Just going for just like, let's do more of a portrait. And I love how people, other artists, just frame the characters they draw inside of a shape, not just doing like the rectangle, kind of like how I did behind this character, but just like actually just put them like they're popping out of the frame, and I kind of like that, so I want to try something there. Then went with the 3/4 look because I need to actually practice doing 3/4 in profiles a lot. You're going to see a lot of those in the coming few pages where I need a lot of practice. But then some of you guys have actually seen the finished version of this. This has actually been posted up on my ArtStation Instagram and Twitter, so those handles are going to be down in the description for you. But this was my first attempt at an Oni girl doing like in the bunny girl costume, and this one cleaned up really nicely. We had a lot of fun doing that one on stream. If you ever want to see me streaming my art, also check that out. It's in the link in the description. It's going to be the first of a series of multiple Oni girls that I'm drawing and are doing digitals of, which you're going to see on this coming page. Yeah, this one was pretty dope. I spent a lot of time designing this one and going all out with the hair and everything. I kind of hid the hands because I still suck at drawing hands. I just need to practice, but did a full body of the Oni, and this one's going to be a digital render as well. I'm still deciding on colors for the Oni, so if you guys think of what color you think we should draw her in, you know, just let me know. We already did blue for the other one, so I'm thinking erring on the side of maybe red, so we'll see. But then on this side, when we went to get coffee, this is actually on my anniversary. Went to go get coffee with Zoe, so drew an Oni, just kind of lying down getting coffee, and then just did this kind of face. I was at first trying to attempt making making an Oni look like the Starbucks cup person. That didn't really work out so well, but I still kind of like the goofy smile, so really like that one. Then on this page, we have Definitely wanted to do more full body. Took an example from the Pinterest and just do the crossed arm pose. Then down here, this one was actually a reference as well from Pinterest, just trying to get more of a different pose, and holy cow, wonkiness with the arms I was not sure about. And then a lot of you guys saw this one because I did post this one also. On the top right was also another Pinterest reference, which is really beautiful. That one also on my Instagram and Twitter. That one, I don't know, just I saw the head tilt and my brain instinct was like, yeah, draw this from reference, do the head tilt. The only thing was I drew the face a little, I think quite a bit narrower, not just a little narrower, but quite a bit narrower than it usually is. I shouldn't say usually, but more than the reference. But I really love the way that turned out, trying to just capture that. And I have such an easier time doing that in the sketchbook compared to on paper. Then I went and just practiced different mouths. Yeah, feeling mouthy. You can see it right there. Try to do like a weird pinched lip thing, like puckered lip. That didn't really work out, but you can see like just doing different attempts of drawing a mouth in different forms, using circles to make up the points where you draw around to form the lips and whatnot. Get different smiles. You can tell I really just like smiles. I don't draw many frowns or angry faces. Like the yell maybe is the closest I got, but even then that doesn't look super angry. So I like to draw happy people, but I should probably also draw like more angry stuff and sad stuff. And then we moved on to eyes, and eyes communicate a lot. Quite a lot, especially the eyebrows. It's really just the eyebrows, but then also changing shapes of eyes, doing it 3/4 and whatnot. And I really like the way those eyes turned out, so I decided to draw the nose along with it. And this guy's got like flamey eyebrows, so don't know quite what I was doing on that one. Then actually just a few days ago, I drew this one. I wanted to do a different take on what I was calling Oni Girl, as the series for the Onis that I'm drawing, and drew this one based off of a reference that I saw somebody did with like the half kimono, or I should say the kimono that was just half on, and gave her a Gyarados tattoo because Gyarados is like one of my favorite Pokemon, and did a lot more blue pencil just to accent what was going on with this pick. So I really like the way this one turned out. I'm thinking about doing a digital of this one as well. It should be pretty fun. We'll see. I'm like kind of stacking stuff up for digital drawings to do. I have the other Oni in the pipeline. This one is in there because we just finished my Samus drawing too. So also at the links that will be below in the description. Then down here, trying to experiment more with getting the face shapes. As you can see, really wide face on the left, trying to keep the eyes small, look more natural to the face. Then we have like this one on the right with the more kind of straighter hairstyle, and everything was really small on that one. You gotta stop. That's a habit to break. I shouldn't just be drawing like really tiny. Then on this one, if you guys don't recognize this character, I have some friends who stream on Twitch, and they've been playing a lot of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and so we drew Mia Fey from Ace Attorney, and yeah, it definitely went like kind of completely more Eastern anime style, so went with it. You can see the necklace, the eyes, the hairstyle, the suit. It's Mia Fey. I really like that one. And I'm proud of myself that it's like I took up the whole page to do one character. I'm really happy. I've been doing that a lot more too, not just like tiny little pieces. Over here, I was trying to do some more gesture practice because I still want to draw Chun-Li really bad. I've tweeted about it. A lot of you have been like, well, yeah, just do it then. And then there's that inner other part of me that's like, no, I can't do that. So, looked up some kicking poses because it's Chun-Li. How can we not draw her in kicking poses and whatnot? But we'll see. So I worked on actually a gesture practice of a hook kick because somebody actually had a reference sheet of them going through a hook kick. which was pretty good because you start here, number 1. Number 2, down here, which I really felt that one and went through it again with some more solid lines to get the body. And then 3 would be the kick through on the hook kick. I'm not actually that flexible as I should be to do my own hook kicks, but one day. Then I actually just looked up some tutorials on YouTube, and we're trying to do faces and profile again. I was really feeling more fast and loose, which is what I told myself as a little reminder. It's okay to be that way because it's my sketchbook. So that's kind of like my message for anybody else that's also drawing. I got caught up really quick in the beginning of this sketchbook, like the very beginning. You can see all my stickers and everything. The very beginning of the sketchbook, everything for me had to be, it has to be like really nice, really clean. All my pages are like, there's not a lot of play happening. It's certainly practice, which is always good. Like that was happening in my sketchbook, a little bit of gesture practice there. Here it was a little bit looser, but not everything has to be so clean. These pages are so clean, not a lot of play happening. And just a few days ago, I remembered that, it's okay just to practice, because that's what practice is. Practice is messy. Practice is not always going to have a nice clean page. If it happens, it happens. But the more I get messy with it, the more I'm more likely to find the artwork that I'm trying to do in the page. And that's where these came from. These were definitely just kind of quick and messy sketches where I'm trying to nail my 3/4 look. Still underdraw. Still have to go back and remember to do my underdrawings and my scary terries, and underdraw with circle. And I'm using a little bit of Ergo Josh's method when he talks about using references to do the triangles. So I have my triangle for the eyes, meets the face, the chin there and there. You have another triangle that meets here and here, and then that triangle would come down and there to meet for the edges of the face. You can see it kind of here too. It went up here, through, and down. I just extended the cheek line a little bit to give it more depth, and then extended that way up, and that's the side of the face, meets the ear, and love the haircut that I did on this character. And you can tell I maybe watched Twitch streams a little bit too much because I'm still shouting poggers, and nobody knows what that means. So if you're on Twitch and you know what poggers means, just please make me feel better and maybe put poggers in the chat or the comments. And we had her down here. I tried the triangle again, but this time just from mainly a portrait view, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, because obviously the jaw and the side of the face being exposed like that, I feel like you're not seeing that, so I feel like the triangle would be a little wider, but it just could be me misunderstanding also how facial anatomy would work. And then on this last page where I oofed myself, this is before the weekend started. This one definitely, I tried it a little bit more where the eyes are more out to the side. I feel like I would push them together personally. I feel like that's a better face, but technically they say you should have an eye width between your eye, so like you could have a third eye between. That's like the distance technically, is what I've been told and what I've read. And then this face just seemed very super plain and same face syndrome kind of ish, like is what it felt like to me. It was like, ooh, this one just feels like too generic of a face. But that's where we ended for now. May have a few ideas for sketching in the sketchbook this week, just to keep it fast and loose, and also just keep my mind going and maybe looking up prompt lists. So if you guys ever have examples or things you think I would like to do for like sketch prompts, always feel free to shoot me ideas, or if you have a particular list you like, let me know. And also let me know if you're going to be doing Inktober together, and we can actually do Inktober together. And I'd love to see what you guys are doing for your artwork, whether that be on Instagram or Twitter, or if you come hang out in our Discord or when we're streaming. So I want to thank you guys again for coming and hanging out, and I hope this recap finds you very well. I promise next week's recap will be on time. It'll be on time-ish, it'll hopefully be the beginning of the weekend and not the end of the weekend. But I do hope this finds you well. And remember, whatever you do, no matter what art you create, just remember to do it with a smile.